Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tongues with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is July 19th, 2021. This is episode 367. Hey, real quickly, just want to mention that I hit over 200 subs, and YouTube sent me this beautiful plaque. Isn't that awesome? It only took me 1 year, 1 month, and 2 weeks to hit 200 subs. Not bad, not bad. Actually, I made this myself, but thank you guys for subscribing. Hey, today we're going to look at comics that Indy is reading currently, okay? These are comics that I'm continuing on that I liked enough to continue with the series. I'm kind of out of comics, fresh floppies. I'll get more tomorrow, but I haven't finished any trades, so I'm going to do my mid-month rundown of what I've been reading. Okay, we'll start off. This is all going to be alphabetical. Starting off with Barbaric. This is a #1 issue. I really liked this. It was, not this fantastic story, but it had enough unique elements and it was fun. It was bloody and gory. Plus, you got this cool looking axe in it, and the axe talks. So how cool is that? And it's a bloodthirsty axe. It wants to be fed blood. So I'm in on that one. Let's move to the next one. Joe Corella, well, I can never say that right. His Becstar. This has been a pretty good, solid story. The first issue was pretty good. The second issue I thought was actually better, and it's a outer space adventure. Really liking that. Moving on, this is currently one of 2 Marvel comics that I am reading. Beta Ray Bill. This story is really strong, really awesome. Did a really good job on it. It's Daniel Warren Johnson on it. Been enjoying the heck out of it. I haven't heard anybody say it's not that good, so all the reviewers like it as well. Moving on from Titan Comics, we've got Blade Runner Origins, and this one's been a little bit up and down. I've liked some stories better than others, or some issues better than others, but basically I think it's pretty solid. It's very interesting. So I'm sticking with it probably to the end. I think it's just one more issue to go on that. Now I've got BRZRKR on here. Actually, I stopped buying BRZRKR. This is Boom Comics. The first 2 issues came in. I liked them a lot, but I've already ordered or pre-ordered from Kickstarter the first 3 trades. So I'm going to stop getting the single issues. However, I'll be reading the whole series, obviously. Like it a lot. It's Matt Kent and Keanu Reeves with the concept on that. This one was a really nice, down-to-earth, humble, nice guy superhero. The Blue Flame started off with a bang. The scenes where he's in outer space are just phenomenal. Just kind of a different twist on the whole superhero genre. Only one's been out, and this is out by Vault Comics. Next one up is kind of a manga, Space Pirate Captain Harlock. This is a Blaze Comics. 2 issues have been out on this one. Enjoying it. The story is pretty good. From what I understand, it might take place a little more in the future than the usual series has. This is actually a manga as well, and there's the anime movie that's on Netflix that you can watch too, so it's out there. Next up we have Chariot. This is the Awa Upshot, 5 issues. We're 4 issues in on this one. Brian Edward Hill doing the writing on it. A story about a Knight Rider type car, that the car is actually possessed by a female spy from like 35 years earlier, and this car can do all kinds of things, and it's connected with the new driver. So it's kind of a fun type story. Next up, we have a brand new series that just started, coming out from Ablaze. Again, another Ablaze here. So they're doing pretty good on that. This one's the Cimmerian, who's Conan. They can't use it because Conan's, the right for Conan's for another, is with Marvel now, I believe. The Man-Eaters of ZIMROULA. And just like we see here, it was action-packed. The comment I had about this one, the only drawback was the colorist, or the color, I think it's all Guess did the colorist on did the drawing and the coloring. It's just not enough contrast in it, so it's hard to see the highly detailed drawings. And the drawings are beautiful. So the story moves along. It's an actual adaptation of the story. So moving on from there, we've got Cyberpunk 2077. You Have My Word is the arc. Just one issue in. It's a pretty solid story. This is coming out from Dark Horse. We're still waiting for the next issue on that. It'll be 4-issue run on it. Coming up next, we have Engine War. This has been kind of a fun story. It's got its quirks. It's not perfect. Comes out from Vault. It's going to be, I believe, 12 issues. This my favorite character, but he's not getting enough lines in it. So, and I think it's meant that to be that way. So anyway, have been enjoying it, but disappointed that they didn't give that character enough lines, enough to do. Next up, we have Jeff Johns and Gary Frank's Geiger. This has been a lot of fun. I've been hearing a lot of good things from other reviewers on it as well. And I think we're 4 issues in on this. This is an Image comic. It's everybody's recommending it. Just an enjoyable comic. I Make Boys Cry from Absolute Comics. I've only seen 1 issue on this. I don't know if any more have come out, but it was pretty good. It was fun. You know, it's sexy girls chopping up people, which is always fun. So looking forward to the 2nd issue. I don't know if I've missed it or not. Then we have Ian Fleming's James Bond, Agent of Spectre, coming out from Dynamite Comics. I thought this was a very strong series. It's going to be 5 issues. Much improved over the last arc. Last arc was boring as hell. This has been really good. Helicopter, assassins, just all kind of double, triple crossing people. It's been really good. Then we have Mike Mignolia's Lady Baltimore. The Witch Queens is the name of the arc. It's 4 issues in. We got 1 more to go. And it's been an okay story. I'm not loving it. I liked it at the beginning, and it's kind of just tailed off a little bit. It's being dragged out. I think he probably could have done this in 3 issues. So Mike Mignolia, Christopher Golden, the 2 that are working on that one. Up next was Lighthouse. I'm showing you issue 2 here, not issue 1. Issue 1 was absolutely fantastic. It's based on Jules Verne's Lighthouse, but this is in outer space rather than Cape Horn. First issue was really good. 2nd issue, I didn't think it was quite as strong, but I'm sticking with it for now. Coming from Awa Upshot, another one. This is Moths by J. Michael Straczynski. This is the first of 6 issues. Actually, the 2nd issue has come out. The 2nd issue was much better than the first. It actually got a little bit more exciting. First issue was purely just setup, but enjoying this. I'll be sticking with it for now. From Scott Snyder, we have Nocterra, Image comic. This is, I believe, 4 issues in, maybe 5. Let's see. That's 5. We're 5 issues in on this one. It's a good, exciting story about dystopian Earth in the future where the sun has been blocked out and people can only survive by being around light. And as the different cities have fallen, these ghouly creatures that are created by the darkness have come to ravish the people there. So we're 5 issues in on that one. A lot of people liking that one. A lot of people loving this one, Nottingham. Highly recommended. It's a twist of the Robin Hood adventure. It's very bloody. The art is just crazy in it. It's just crazy. Not standard illustration. It's just like what you're seeing here. Bloody, just garish, and it really works. And that's a Mad Cave publication. From Rapid World, from Scout Comics. This is Todd Sanini. It is kind of a zombie type book, but it's done really well, and the story's a little bit unique. It's more of a rabies type disease that's going around that's turning people. They turn very quickly, and we're following a couple different groups as they try to make their way through this ever-changing world that's changing very quickly. From Abstract Studios, we've got Terry Moore's Serial. Absolutely love this story. A lot of people are recommending it. We're about, let's see, okay, we're 5 issues in, so the trade will be coming out for the first 5 issues. It's probably going to go to somewhere between 10 and 15 issues, but really strong storyline, just fun to read. It's you just blow through this. It's so good. 7 Swords. This is Aftershock #1 by Evan Daughtry. Good solid start. You have to figure out who the 7 swords are in the first issue. It's not super plain. I think I had to read this 2 or 3 times to get it all down. It's by Valentino Bianconi. Up next we have SHANG-CHI. This is the second arc of the modern Shang-Chi that we've seen. Shang-Chi versus the Marvel Universe. He took on Spider-Man in this one. Issue 2, he took on Captain America. It's been pretty good. Okay. Then we have Spawn's Universe. This is a #1 coming out from Image. Very strong. I thought it was a super good value. It was at $5.99 because it's like a double book. So lot of information. I think it was like 60 pages. It was crazy, but good story on that. Of course, that's Todd McFarlane, and there's like one main story with 3 minor stories in it. Whoops, sorry about that. Let me recover that. Oh, the book's so thick it's pushing the other one off. Vampire from Vault Comics. This has been a great story. Vampire the Masquerade's based on the RPG game. Tim Seeley, Teenie Howard, and Blake Howard have been the writers of the 2 stories within. Just really enjoying it. It's just a lot of twists and turns. Just a lot of fun. The art in it's been really nice too. The issue 9 was just spectacular, the way it just changed directions as we had our big war. White Widow, coming out from Absolute Comics. I bought this because it was a tie-in with I Make Boys Cry, and that was the #1 issue. So I haven't read any past 6, but it was a fun comic. It was well done. And finally, the last one I'm going to talk about is Vinyl. This is a weird, strange story, very unique. Serial killer trying to help out a FBI agent that he's been had a relationship for many years. It's been trying to capture him. This FBI agent himself gets captured by these other psychos, and now the serial killer is trying to help him out. So it's just really cool story, art and everything. Wagner is the last name. This is an Image comic. So that's it. Thank you for stopping by and listening to this update on the comics that Indie Comics Jones is reading. Thank you for helping me get to 200 subscribers. Really appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'll have more comics. I try to do 1 a day. This week was a little bit low, so I didn't quite make it. Please please leave comments if you wish. And we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. This is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu.